Okay, greetings to my small band of loyal followers. This has taken me a while to do this review. Had a conference about 12 hours north, so I've been there all weekend or from Thursday. And this will also be probably my last review for a while. I'm going out 3 hours west, my first year teacher, so I've been posted out at a remote indigenous community. So instead of doing reviews, shitty reviews on here that no one really cares about, I'm going to be out there attempting to make the lives of some young, nice indigenous kids better. So there you go. As you can probably already tell, I'm going to be doing Wrestle Kingdom V. There are a shitload of reviews on YouTube already, so I'm just providing my perspective on the show. I thought the show was pretty good. Card was strange, but I think everyone thought that a bit of hostility towards their card. But I'll get into it. Let's get started. So the full card was announced on the 14th of December. I think the claimed attendance was 42,000, which is huge and the biggest for the Dome since '06, I believe. In reality, it wasn't this much, as the claimed attendance was padded just by looking at the bird's eye aerial shots in particular. Watching the show, it looked like there was more than Meltzer's real claimed attendance, because New Japan fills that particular side of the Dome where the camera faces for the majority of the show, I think, as well as the floor as well. So, I mean, you can clearly see this in the aerial shots as well. I mean, there have been all sorts of actual attendance estimations, but yeah, apparently Dave Meltzer claimed there were 18,000 people, but I mean, no one really has a clue. I mean, I wouldn't have a clue from looking at the photos, but you know, I don't think it would have exceeded 25,000. That's for sure. So, the card, I didn't mind it. There are a lot of great matchups, but definitely no dream matches, as like people want to see, what would like to see on these big shows. I thought New Japan could have brought over other talent from TNA, who I believe could have better matches than the likes of RVD and Jeff Hardy. I'm thinking Angle. Yeah, I mean, he's been done before, but I just think he would have had a better match with Naito, and it would actually make the match unpredictable. I mean, it was obvious Jeff was going to beat Naito with the TNA heavyweight belt, or whatever it's called. I don't know. I don't watch the shit, so I mean. You could have even someone like Sting or Ric Flair. I mean, as far as I can tell from what I've seen, both Sting and Flair can still have a decent match or two, and I mean, no doubt draw more than the guys that were brought over. As I said, there was a lot of hostility towards the strength of the card, but as I said, I didn't mind it. There were a few matches with revenge and still themes, like 4 or 5. I think I want to get into them. Great to see Okada back, and was really looking forward to his exchanges with Sugiura, especially. There were about 5 or so matches that certainly had the potential to be great. I hope that the last 5 to 6, the last 3 or 4 before the final 3 matches weren't great or mind-blowing, as it would have been good to see build up towards the 3 big matches. I watched the dark matches and they weren't much, not really worth commenting on. Inoue is loving those opening match pinfalls at the Dome. I think he's had a couple now, I'm pretty sure. He got the pin in the first match and Taguchi got the pin in the second. Probably the people least deserving in each match to acquire the pinfalls, in my opinion. I guess New Japan's trying to push Inoue. I think he's a bit of a company man, I think. Taguchi doesn't excite me in any way or form. Okay, first match, another 3-way for the IWGP tag titles. At least it didn't involve Aogi Gun and No Limit. They're not bad teams, just a bit of overkill, I guess. So yes, on 3-way. Wasn't really sure what to think of Beer Money's involvement. Apart from the last time they were involved in New Japan, I haven't seen anything of them. Some people like them, others certainly don't. Let's go into the match. Frantic pace to begin with. I mean, yeah, it helps in a 3-way tag. Okay introduction, I guess. Some selling points were off, especially when Rude did a top rope headbutt onto Anderson's shoulder. Clearly missed, yet sold it like the little bitch he is. I can't say that really. I've never really seen him. Hardly saw strongman. There was a lot going on in these first few segments, which is okay. They only had so much time, obviously. Could this match be better served higher on the card? Perhaps. There's 3 teams. They've like probably more things they can do with longer time. B and Money were doing okay, attempting to heal the crowd sort of and give Bernard time to lariat them and get some crowd reaction. It was quite funny though, seeing B and Money doing their celebration or whatever it is for the crowd to react in silence and then pop huge when Bernard beat them. Rude's individual performance was poor, not only for the selling, just for the fact he didn't bring anything. Bernard was great. Then came Manabu and Strongman into the match at about 5 minutes, and like where'd they come from? They disappeared for about 4 minutes or so. It's a very close pinfall from Beer Money after their slingshot DDT double team. I thought they might have actually got it, so that was a good part of the match. Finish was odd because you didn't actually see it because it was so sudden and the camera actually missed it. Okay, opener, definitely not fantastic. I'm only going to give it 3.25 stars. It's the first match on the card. There was nothing in it really. I liked Bad Intentions. They've been pretty consistent of late. If this match is anything to go by, Beer Money Incorporated suck. Even though the match was like, alright, two teams work on each other, one team gets thrown out, the other team works the winning team of the previous exchange. Team gets thrown out, the winning team with the other team, then you have the near pinfall segment. There didn't seem to be any focus towards the finish, and ultimately there wasn't, because there really wasn't a finish. It was quite rushed. So 1 star and 3/4. Next up was the match dubbed the match 2 Fantastic Mania, include Hector, Garza, old WCW guy, blah blah blah. A botch to start the match off, awesome. Mascara looked stupid within his entrance, and even more stupid when he slipped in the opening segments. The Garza Sombra exchange was definitely fun and transitioned nicely into the next segment, which was cool too, and was finished with Mascara's somersault senton. I quite liked this segment. I mean, nothing over the top really. Everything looked genuine, which surprised me. When I think of Lucha, I don't think of believable, so it was okay. Well, when I thought Mascara had finished the segment, Garza ruined it for me personally with that move what's his name? Mike Tenay was talked about, the most dangerous move of wrestling history, whatever. He could have left this till later in the match and worked into the finish. It just didn't seem like the right time for it. The match, the crowd was still digesting what just occurred, and Garza looked happy getting himself over anyway, so I guess that's all that matters when it comes to him. Next couple of spots were elaborate but weren't connecting with each other, so they seemed out of place. The spots did look good for the most part and were well designed in their own right. Jushin's too polite. He should have stole everyone's thunder here. He's been getting the raw deal for quite some time now, I think. Now he's putting over outsiders who aren't anywhere near his caliber. So, Sombra was completely over in this match. He's been doing some New Japan stuff for a while. I gave this 2 stars. Okay, Lucha. Riddled with botches, a little selling, but still enjoyable, I guess. And next up, actually, I'll stop that there. That can be part 1. So, peace. See you soon.